The following is a presentation of Tonganoxie Sports Live. It's time for the Chieftains on your new home for Tonganoxie High School athletics. Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Learn more at kansasins.com. Also by It's time for the Chieftains, right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Tonganoxie Sports Live. Another baseball presentation coming at you from the Leavenworth County Fairgrounds here in Tonganoxie, Kansas. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. We got a single header on tap coming up next between your Tonganoxie Chieftains and the visiting Baldwin Bulldogs. About ready to get started. And partner, let's kind of get into some of our pregame material here. We look at the Chieftains. Hot start to the season, 5-0. Looked like they were picking up right where they left off on that magical run to state last season. Now all of a sudden, losers of 5 of their last 7. It's been more inconsistency and kind of poor defense that's been really plaguing them, having a lot of errors in the field, and then the hitting and the pitching just can't quite seem to sync up quite yet.
Yeah, the hitting hasn't been very timely, and like you said, partner, it seems like when they get a good pitching performance, defense kind of been letting them down a little bit. But hopefully we get that behind us. Man, do we have a beautiful day for baseball. 66 degrees and very light breeze out of the south, about 6 or 7 miles an hour. So, man, it's a beautiful day, and we're looking forward to a good contest here.
It is a beautiful day to be playing some baseball. Softball also in action as well, a doubleheader against Baldwin. They also had a doubleheader last night as well against Bishop Ward. They won back-to-back there. That was much needed for the Lady Chieftain softball team, losing that doubleheader sweep to Bonner on our last broadcast on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Now we turn back to baseball action. Last time we saw them, it was on the road at Lewisburg. Alex Crowley was on the bump. I think what you would call a quality start, gave up a couple of runs. I think he only gave up 3 runs the entire game, but only 1 run could come across for Tongi, and they had plenty of opportunities. They left a lot of runners in scoring position in that game.
Yeah, there's no question. I can't remember exactly now, but I want to say it was like 12 or 15 runners left on, and like I said, Alex, he had a really quality start. You hold your opponent to 3 runs and under, then that gives your team a good chance to win the game. So he did a good job.
And he had his hand in another good outing in the last game against Topeka Seaman. The Vikings, Tongi was on the road. After 4 innings to play, they were up 3-1. They were looking to kind of get back in the win column, and then as the innings went on, the defense kind of fell apart again, and the offense was stifled and ended up losing 5-3 to now we should mention a very good Topeka Seaman team. I mean, one of the top teams in 4A and one of the top in their conference or division. So I mean, it was one of those that it's not like it was a major upset, but up by 2 runs after 4 innings, you got to just find a way to buckle down those final 3 and get a win. And they got a good matchup here at home tonight, back in front of the home faithful, against a Baldwin Bulldog team who they themselves are on the schneid right now, losers of 6 in a row after starting their season 5-1. So both teams kind of looking to get out of this funk, but hopefully for Tongi, if the JV game was any indication, JV spread the JV Bulldogs 15-0 after 3.5 innings. So maybe that's a sign of good fortunes to come later.
Well, I hope so. I'm sure. Well, I'm not sure. I expect to have a very competitive game, and unless Tongi comes out and starts dominated. I wouldn't be at all surprised if that happened either.
And real quick, I guess now that we have time, we see head coach Loomis and head coach Jay King for their respective teams meeting at home plate with the umpires. Tongi getting ready to take the field. Do we want to run through the starting 9 for the Bulldogs real quick?
Absolutely.
You got the scorebook.
For Baldwin, leading off and playing shortstop is Capel, number 5. In the number 2 hole is the left fielder Dick. His number is 12. Number 22, Dye, is the catcher. Number 21, Davidson, is playing first base. Number 4, Nye, is on the bump. Number 11, Sawyer. And I don't have a position for him down here, partner. That wasn't on the lineup sheet. And then 14, help me with that pronunciation.
That's Warm Muskerkin.
Warm Muskerkin.
Say that 5 times fast, everyone back at home.
He's playing second base. Gunther is the DH. He's number 13. Bradley is playing third base. He's number 19. And base, he's number 1, and he's playing right field.
And they're going to have to deal with, initially on the scorecard, they let us know, the Tongi staff let us know there had been a couple of changes. Originally, Zach Marcoulier was scheduled to be the pitcher. He looks to be out in left field right now, and this is Luke Kessinger, number 25, on the mound right now for Tongi. So it looks like he's going to start this game off. Can we run through the starting 9 for the Chieftains real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. Leading off, Marcoulier. He's not pitching.
He is in left.
He's in left field. McGraw is at short, and he's in the 2 hole. Wake is catching. He's in the 3 hole. Langford is at third base, and he's batting cleanup. Briley is in center field, and he is batting in the 5 hole. In the 6 hole is Kessinger, the DH. Gehring is at first base, and Welsh is playing right field, and Gibbs is playing second base. And that should do it.
So first time we will get to see Luke Kessinger on the mound, predominantly see him in that designated hitter slot, which is what he was penciled in on the scorecard.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to know if the Chieftains are running into pitch count issues or rest time. I did get a little interesting note here, if I can pull it up here. If a pitcher throws between 76 and 105 pitches, he has to have 4 days rest. 61 to 75, he has to have 3 days. 46 to 62 days. 31 to 45, 1 day, and 1 to 30, you can come back.
So there you go. You know, we always hear about it so often as the first pitch is rifled in there and fouled off the netting. So Kessinger out in front, 0-1 to start things off as he is faced off with Capel. Tristan Capel, number 5, a junior for the Bulldogs. And I'm glad you got a snapshot of that because we always talk about pitch counts and everything in high school baseball and the rest time that's got that it's not recommended or anything, it's required. If you pitch, if you throw this many pitches, this pitcher cannot pitch again until these many days have passed.
Correct.
So now we have it in writing. Kessinger now falling behind, 2 straight balls rifled in there, 2-1.
Well, this could be interesting. Is this the first time we've seen him in the last 2 years?
This is, yes.
I think so.
Popped him up here. Gibbs drifting out, but it goes out into right field for Welsh to collect for the first out.
That's a good start.
And remember the last game, the last broadcast we did, it was last Tuesday here at the fairgrounds. We were doing the softball game, but the wind that day was just absolutely unbearable for softball. It was coming directly right straight out into center field, so it was a hitter's wind. And any pop balls we saw, pop-ups or flyouts, they were a challenge for sure. I don't think tonight's going to be that much of an issue. Wind blowing maybe 6-7 miles per hour here, but it's a beautiful breeze. That one getting away.
Yeah, that's the least wind we've had that I can remember.
Yeah. And those long time that have been following us from our spring seasons on Tongi Sports Live, you know very well that the wind it's been a challenge sometimes.
No question about it.
And could not ask for a more beautiful night here for some baseball in Tonganoxie, Kansas. 6:25 on the clock right now.
And Kessinger's ahead of this hitter 1 and 2. Well, now it's evened at 2 and 2.
That one low and outside.
This is number 12.
This is Eli Dick, senior.
Yep. In the left field.
Bulldogs pretty heavy loaded on seniors in this lineup. Got the call there, got him looking, put a backwards K on it. First strikeout of the game for Kessinger.
Good start for Kessinger. You know, it'd be interesting to see what, if we knew what the Tongi pitchers' count was and who they're facing here.
Sure. First pitch in, this is Dye, number 22. And he is the catcher for the Bulldogs this evening.
Kessinger's a quick worker. He gets the ball and throws it.
Set and delivered that time in there in the zone for a strike.
Like he's, when we were at the last baseball game we did, we had somebody had a radar gun set up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was really interesting to see. I think the hardest pitch we saw was about 79 miles an hour.
Yes, it was. Pitch. Yeah, high 70s, and that one did get a little too inside. So with 2 outs, Dye, is going to get on. And it's going to bring up Davidson, the first baseman.
Since Kessinger doesn't have a lot of experience holding runners on, it'll be interesting to see if Baldwin takes off here on him. Nope.
Logan Wake keeping a close eye on him over there at first.
Yeah, the pitch clock would not be an issue for Kessinger, that's for sure.
No. Comes with it again, gets him to swing, and that one rolls foul. Past Rocco Garion at first base.
Pretty good velocity there because he was way behind that pitch. Almost had it by him. Tongi in there. White on whites. I like that look. It's classic.
And yeah, so with the long red socks and the stirrups go along with it.
Yeah, I'm old school, and that's old school.
And a little bit of the gold trim around the red numbers and the kind of the spiraling on the socks as well. It just kind of adds in that nice accent.
Yeah, that's a sharp looking uniform.
It is. A 2-2 count now on the 4-hole hitter Davidson. Kessinger trying to put him away with 2 gone in the inning. Runner at first.
Top of the first.
Next one on the way, off speed. Got him swinging again, and this one will go foul. Third one in a row.
He's got him set up for off speed if he throw one here. Although when he has thrown the off speed, he hasn't had a lot of control with it.
The 2-2.
He gave him the hard stuff.
And that one will leak in to right field for a base hit.
Oh, that would have been a nice.
Runner going to third. Ball gets loose, but the runner will stay there.
See, that's you need to hit your cutoff man there because now you have 2 runners in scoring position.
Davidson advancing up to second off of the loose ball and the throw to third. Wells trying to do it all with his arm there. I think, like you say, you got to hit the cutoff man there, give him a better chance, or maybe just hold on to that ball. You have runners at first and third with 2 gone, and now instead a hit can potentially bring home both runners.
Yeah, definitely. You've got to keep that second runner out of scoring position.
Now Ryder Nye, the sophomore, coming in with a big spot. A chance to put his team up early in this contest. Top of the first action. First 2 batters retired.
Let's hope Kessinger can bear down here and get out of this inning.
Ooh. Wake tried to frame it as best he could. 1 too far off from the zone. It was just a good take. Delivers again, low, and got him to swing.
Yeah, that was off speed there.
And the count now 1-2.
Put him away.
High kick now delivers to the plate. Off speed. Did he go around? And he did. Big strikeout there for Kessinger.
Yes, it is.
No runs will come across for Baldwin. And they strand runners at third and second. Bottom of the first. Up next, it's Marcoulier, McGraw, and Wake due up for the Chieftains.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
Hey, I'm Mike Rope, here today to encourage you to connect with 811 before you dig.
And I'm Micro, and I'm here because I love to dig in the dirt.
It's true. He's also here because he's very small and not that bright.
Here, for instance, we can see Micro doing what he loves to do.
And here we can see the consequences of not doing what he should have done. Dude, why didn't you call 811?
I forgot the number.
See? Not that bright.
Ride or die, he will be on the mound. The sophomore for Baldwin. He was put down, got him looking on the strikeout to get the third out at the top of the first inning. 2 runners were stranded for Baldwin. It's a 0-0 ball game. First 3 due up, Marcoulier, McGraw, and Wake for the Chieftains, and Langford in the cleanup spot if they get down that far. I think this is a game, and this is an opportunity for this Chieftain offense that has been sputtering as of late. Been losing a lot of games, only putting up about 2, 3, maybe even 4 runs. You know they would like to put up at least maybe a 5 spot or more, and this is a team to do it against. The Baldwin Bulldogs, notoriously known for kind of their thin pitching, at least. They don't really have a lot of options to throw out there on the mound, so if you get on top of a pitcher early, rattle his confidence, and you got a great opportunity to put some crooked numbers up.
Yeah, I hope they can get a quick start tonight. Would be really nice for the Chieftains. You know, you got Kessinger on the hill, who's, you know, he's pretty new to that position. So if you can get him some support, that would be huge.
Zach Marcoulier making his debut here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. The young man for Tonganoxie, looking over on the roster. Does it have his grade on there by chance, or just numbers? Yeah, just numbers, unfortunately.
Yeah, just numbers.
Originally, he was put in at the lineup as the pitcher for tonight's game. He is out in left field. Watches that next off-speed pitch, too high in the zone. Takes the count to 1-2. Next one on the way from Nye. Looks like the exact same pitch, still just a little bit too high, and I think Marcoulier might have gotten away with one there. That looked right across the letters.
That was too close to take with 2 strikes.
Evens the count up at 2 apiece. Nye delivers again right across the zone. Got him looking, strike 3 there. He says, "You're not going to give it to me that time, ump. Then how about this?" Leadoff man put down for the Chieftains, McGraw. He has been the hot bat as of late. Had a homer in the last game against Topeka Seaman. Had a handful of home runs this season already. Looking to square one up here. He looks at a first pitch strike from Nye.
Well, so far, Nye's got that breaking ball working pretty good. Yeah, it looks like it's just a curveball because it's not fast enough to be a slider.
Speeds him up that time. Gets him behind 0-2.
Yeah, McGraw's a good hitter, too. He's in the hole.
McGraw back in the box. Nye is set to deliver. He throws to the plate. That one outside for a ball. And you know that McGraw will be looking for a mistaken location if he wants to bring that curveball or that off-speed pitch over the hard to plate and try to barrel it up and Aim for your truck out in the left field.
Yeah. I should put a bullseye out there.
We got it parked positionally perfectly right behind the scoreboard. So it's one of those things, if you're going to hit it, you either got to go right under it, kind of between the stanchions, or you got to clear the scoreboard but have enough trajectory to have it come down on top.
Right.
Safe to say,
Oh.
I think we're pretty safe.
Little chin music there. Now he's got it full, doesn't he? Or is it? No, it's 2-2.
Should be 3-2.
Yeah, I think so too. Can't trust the scoreboard.
Back in after buzzing the tower a little bit. That one outside now.
It is
3-2. So they put the 2-2 up just a little bit too early. Full count. Nia looking for the second out. And McGraw's going to get away with the one-out walk. And the man is on for the Chieftains. And that'll bring up Logan Wake.
That's a good at bat for McGraw. He was down 0-2. Came back and got the walk. See how aggressive the Chieftains will be on the base pass here.
Another first pitch strike from Nye.
McGraw's got good speed out there.
See if he gets the green light from Coach Loomis, the third base coach.
Yeah, he'd lengthened that lead up and got his attention.
McGraw stays. Wake watches that one goes by. 1-1 count.
McGraw's getting a good secondary lead too.
Still not going. Nice.
Pitch.
Off-speed pitch. Got him fooled a little bit. 1-2.
And you know, that thing is pretty slow, that curveball is. And then when he comes back with the fastball, that makes that fastball look even faster.
Another throw over to first and another one back in safely. Davidson not really making much effort to try to tag McGraw. He's got the uniform dirty, though.
Yep. Now he looks like a ball player.
This one
It's in the gap.
coming out right in front of us. It is in the gap. They are going to wave around McGraw, and he will come around to score. A one-out RBI triple for the catcher, Logan Wake. He got all of that baseball as it was coming out to the gap right in front of us.
It was on the line. It had a nice sound coming off the bat.
That's exactly what the Chieftains were looking to do here in the first inning. That second run only 90 feet away for Talon Langford in the cleanup spot. That one head level.
I'm anxious to see that young man at quarterback again this year, this coming season.
I think you and little T and the rest of the football coaching staff would agree with you there.
Yeah.
Showed a lot of promise this
did.
past season. Only as a sophomore, his first year starting at the varsity level, when McGraw, his teammate that just came in to score, got knocked out of the first game of the year with a broken collarbone.
Yeah.
And he did a great job. He played like a sophomore quarterback starting his first year of high school football. I mean, he had good.
There were some growing pains, but man, does he have some promise.
His arm is what is great, and I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to is another year of him and Isaiah Holthouse together.
Oh, no question. Did you tell me KU was sniffing around?
I did. I saw Isaiah on his Twitter. He put out that looked like he got invited to a camp or some sort from the coaching staff at KU, Coach Leipold and many others there. So
the Jayhawks could use him.
If him and Talon can put together a great connection this next football season.
Oh, man, look out.
Could do great for both of them.
Yeah, and then we got running backs coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, I'm looking forward to football.
Talon gets on with the walk runners at first and third. A little bit of small ball here. Try to move them, but can't connect with the bunt. This is the center fielder, Brendan Briley, in right now with Langford at first and Wake at third. Only one out in the inning.
Let's see if he leaves the bunt on now.
The runner is going. The catcher, he just dropped
Yep.
the baseball there. Another hit in the gap can bring home both runners. O'Reilly has 2 RBIs on his mind right now. Takes a good hack at that one. It's going to drift away into foul territory. Sun's starting to set here. A lot of cloud cover, so should be limiting the obstacles for everyone in the field right now trying to field a pop-up.
Yeah, it's always nice to have those clouds as a backdrop.
And a 2-2 count. Now looking for the second out. He throws and gets him swinging and missing for the second out. Yeah, with 2 gone in the inning, he's going to come up to is Luke Kessinger.
He could help himself big time here with a hit. There's 2 ducks out there.
Takes the first pitch strike from Nye. And we've seen this young man come up to the plate, and he's had some big chances, just hasn't been able to really get that big hit in the past handful of broadcasts that we've done. You know he would love to come through here and also give himself some run support on the mound as well.
No question.
Next pitch in there is a ball, 1-1 to count. Another one off speed. Got him swinging. Center fielder calling for it. And it falls down. Miscommunication in the outfield. With 2 outs, runners were going. They were coming around, make it 3-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Chieftains in front.
Big error right there for the Bulldogs.
Who you attacking that one to?
Well, you know, like I've told you many times, on a pop-up between a short pop-up, the rule of thumb is the infielder goes until he's called off by the outfielder. So technically the shortstop dropped that ball, but the left fielder should have probably called him off. So unfortunately the shortstop's going to get the error.
That's Capel who's getting the error. This one foul tipped off the catcher's mask for the first strike. It says Rocco Gehring, the first baseman. I don't know. Originally it looked like Seamus Sawyer, number 11, the center fielder, had a good read at it. It seemed like he was charging in pretty confidently. Runner back at first safely. I don't know. I
think we've got a pinch runner in there for Kessinger.
Yes, that is Sakai Glover, number 2.
Yeah. He's been doing a lot of the pinch running duties this year for the Chieftains.
Rocco's sitting on an off-speed pitch just a little bit too late. Rocco trying to keep the inning alive for the Chieftains. An 0-2 count, and quick time is taken. He steps out of the box.
Yeah, that's a big error for the Bulldogs. That allowed 2 runs to score.
Runner is going and Glover, but it doesn't matter. Strikeout at the plate. So all 3 outs for the Bulldogs coming via the strikeout, but not before 3 runs come across. 2 of them off a crucial error.
Yep.
State purpose of visit.
Well, our tractor's gonna kick the bucket this year.
Searching internet for new bucket.
I don't need a bucket.
Provide bucket color preference. Red, yellow, taupe, magenta. Oh, wait. They are out of magenta.
Robots don't know you. We do.
I can do a quote on a new one.
With us, getting the right coverage starts with a conversation. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Top of the second action, a 3-0 lead early after 1 inning of action for the Chieftains. And 2 of them coming across a big crucial error from the shortstop, and we'll lump in the center fielder and left fielder just for, again, we're not the official scorekeeper, but a pop-up that should have been caught. This one, McGraw short throws it over in time for the first out. That first to Rocco Gehring, as this is, we said Sawyer, correct?
Correct.
So Seamus Sawyer, the center fielder, set down. Want to give a try? Who's batting next?
Nope, I'll let you do that, partner.
Dane Warren Muskerkin.
You're a better man than me.
I'll let you in on a secret. The only way I know that is, again, the folks that know outside of this, and one of my, we call capstones at the School of Journalism at KU, I've been a sports reporter for the Eudora Times, so I've done some Eudora baseball. I've seen them play this Baldwin Bulldog team, and I'm just basing it off of the pronunciation that was said at that game by the athletic director at Eudora.
Okay, so you had some help.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm going to let you in on a little secret here. Next pitch to him, and gets him down, swing and a miss for the second out. Inning number 2 going by right now for Luke Kessinger on the mound. Similar to how the first inning started, first 2 set down, and then a little bit of trouble on the base paths, but none of the runs came across to score.
That'll bring up the DH Gunther.
Gunther, the DH, he is in there hitting for
Bradley.
Who is playing third in the field for the Bulldogs. Tristan Besa Jr. is on deck in the 9 hole. Next one on the way from Kessinger, low for a strike. Swing and miss.
Yep, it's 1-2. He's getting set up.
Looking for the strikeout here, and it's just a little too low. It skips to the backstop.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to overthrow that pitch.
You know, Kester, he would love to collect either a strikeout here, just get the out here by any means, and keep that momentum in your dugout right now. Don't let this top of the second drag on. Next one on the way, hit foul.
Yeah, you want to get back in there and start hitting again. Impressive start so far for Kessinger, though.
Next pitch, little dribbler. Heading over to Gibbs, lobs it over to Rocco, and that is how the top of the second goes. 1-2-3 inning for Kessinger and co. We'll be back with the bottom second next on Tongi Sports Live.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com. The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain Game Day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Bottom of the second action on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We lead off with Welsh, followed by Gibbs, and back to the top of the order with McCoulier. Sometimes you got to take a swing at some of these more.
Yeah.
Marcoulier, this is the first time that we have seen him suit up in the starting lineup for Coach Loomis's squad, and the way we figured it out, and again, we hope we're getting the pronunciation right. We remember Joey from Full House. His last name was Coulier.
Yeah.
Spelt the same way. We had an extra for Mark Coulier, had an extra I and an extra L in his name, so we figured Mark, Marco, Mark Coulier kind of goes into it. And again, we hope if there's any of the Mark Coulier family that's watching, we hope that we're
not butchering it.
Nope, absolutely. Again, that off-speed pitch in there for a strike. Nye.
He's got good command of that off-speed pitch.
Next one on the way to Welsh is chopped over to short. Throw across the way, and a good dig by Davidson at first.
Yeah, that was a nice scoop by the young man. Brings up Gibbs.
The second baseman for Tongi. It's been about if that off-speed pitch is, if he doesn't have the best command on it, that's where it's been. It's been way high at about head level.
Yeah. It's not repeating his release point.
Had that one inside a little bit, 1-1.
Looked like he was sitting on that pitch, though.
Next one from Nye, and another one foul tip. Now 1-2 in the count. Gibbs behind. We want to talk about some of the best, curveballs we've seen. I remember Mason Davenport from last season had a wicked one.
Yes, he did.
That one, say, did he go around? And they say he did not.
Yeah, I remember that baser game that we did. My God, I don't know how many strikeouts he had, but they could not hit that curveball.
And he would perfectly place it too on the low outside corner.
Yeah.
Just the outside portion of the zone.
Yeah, it was breaking away, down and away from the right-handed hitters, and down and in to the left-handed hitters. It was just nasty.
And you had the big frame like he did, and he could get up there on the.
Oh, he could.
He could touch 80s and maybe even high 80s, maybe even low 90s.
Right. Well, and that would make that breaking ball list that much more devastating too.
Exactly.
Because, if you're setting dead red, you could swing twice before that curveball got there.
First pitch taken for a ball for Zach Marcoulier. His second time up, he struck out looking.
Yeah, the last time.
Makes contact that time, even the count at 1 apiece.
Bottom of the second inning here. Base hit right there.
Just sneaks inside the line. Marcoulier is going to hold up at first. And a runner is on with 2 gone for Tonganoxie. We get to the heart of the order coming up here pretty soon. Trevor McGraw in next. Logan Wake on deck.
It'd be nice to score another run here. McGraw walked his last time up.
One of the runs that come across the score off Logan Wake's RBI triple. Yep. This one chopped, take it in at short, throw across the way, and got him in there. Davidson kept the foot on the bag. Chieftains straight 1 runner on at first. They still have the lead 3-0 over the Baldwin Bulldogs.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
From its native roots to the bustling community it is today, Tonganoxie's past is as unique as its future. With small-town charm and big city amenities, Tonganoxie is the ideal place to grow a business and grow a family. Just 20 minutes from both Lawrence and Kansas City, Tonganoxie is perfectly positioned. Take an afternoon and come explore Tonganoxie. To learn more, go to tonganoxie.org.
Just like that, Kessinger looks like his night on the bump is done, as I believe this is Alex Crowley, number 23, and it is.
It is. See, I'm almost certain that had to be a pitch count issue for Crowley, but maybe not.
Kessinger did his job, though. No
Sure
runs
did.
allowed, 2 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts.
Yep. No earned runs.
It's the first time that we have gotten to see Kessinger work on the mound for Tongi, and he did a serviceable job.
Yeah, he did a nice job. Can't ask for anything more.
So Crowley now takes over, top of the 3rd inning, a 3-run lead.
Alex isn't used to having that much run support.
It's been hard to come by runs as of late for Tongi. This is base. First pitch swinging as that one drifts out of foul territory. And back to the top of the order, Capel on deck, and Dick is waiting shortly behind there. Don't chuckle.
I was hoping you didn't say that.
If folks back at home don't get it, then do a Google search. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Just saying, as a senior at KU and with Grady Dick walking around campus, I mean,
you've heard it all, I'm sure.
Pretty much. Next one from Crowley, swing and a miss low and outside. Looks like Wade got the tag on there.
Good start for Crowley. Top of the 3rd. Brings up the top of the order. Good pitch. Crowley's a little more deliberate than Kessinger. Kessinger got the ball and threw it.
Yeah. Set in, delivers. Then that was the strikeout pitch from the last batter, but holding off is Capel. Flew out to right field. Last time up, 0-1 on the game. Got him swinging that time, though. The 1-2 calendar of Crowley just try to throw it by him here. Next one. Another off speed and chop foul. Well, we don't have the wind to contest with us tonight. For some reason, we have these.
Now we have bugs.
Yeah, these little
gnats.
Yeah, just swarming around us for whatever reason. Must be your cologne. I don't know. Next one on the way from Crowley lays off, evens the count at 2 apiece.
Tried to get him to chase that strikeout pitch. See if he can put him away here.
Next one from Alex. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts to get things started in the top of the 3rd for his first inning of work. And the fist bump from Talon Langford stepping in now. Eli Dick.
And he struck out looking his last time up.
First pitch swinging over to McGraw. It's short.
Going to have to hurry.
And I think he might have beat it out,
Nope,
and he did.
He was off the base is what it was. I think the throw was there, but I think he was a little off the base. He stretched it a little too far.
Rocco's shaking his head there. Does not like it.
Well, there's no instant replay here, so he's going to get us an infield single.
Coach Loomis is coming out to the mound right now. I mean, we can find a way. If they want to come out here, we can back up our live stream because I had it right on the bag. And I think Loomis trying to ask the same thing of what, he says his grievance and walks off. So no managerial ejection this evening, at least. He's still giving him an earful here. Still kind of throws the hands up, and that's going to do it there. So he says his piece. So with 2 gone, runner at first is Eli Dick.
And
this is Davidson, the first baseman. No,
excuse me.
This is Dye, the catcher.
Yeah, and he was hit by a pitch his last time up.
Davidson is on deck. One drifting out of play into the neighboring field.
But I can tell you when you have a play like that, and you feel like the umpire might have missed it, even though there's no replay. When your manager comes out and talks to the umpire, that makes you feel good as a player.
And you see it there, Crowley showing up the ump maybe a little bit. Yeah. Thought he had to call third strike, started running off to the dugout. But
you never want to do that.
Not so fast, my friend. Next one in there, and that one 2 outside, 2-2.
It did look like a good pitch in Crowley's defense.
3-2.
Yeah, he's in danger of walking him.
Dye battling back here after falling behind early in the count, 1-2. Works it to a full count. 2 gone in the inning, runner at first. Next pitch from Crowley. Got him looking that time. Now you may head to the dugout. Says home plate blue. Yeah. Chieftains still lead 3-0, holding the Bulldogs to a donut.
Midwest Chiropractic Center in Tonganoxie is ready to get you back to being the active, energetic person you want to be. Midwest Chiropractic offers a friendly and caring environment with the most comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Dr. Robert Shook and Dr. Daniel Haug at Midwest Chiropractic Center care about your health, and their approach to care proves it. To schedule your appointment, call 913-369-0022 or visit them at mwchiropractic.com.
Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd.
Bottom of the third, ready to go on Tongi Sports Live. It's a 3-run lead so far for Tongi. Looking to add on here in the bottom of the third. Alex Crowley, case just now joining us, took over for Luke Kessinger on the bump. Had 3 strikeouts in the top of the third, and still no runs coming across yet for Baldwin.
It'd be a good time to start adding to this lead. Got the meat of the order up, the 2, 3, 4 hitters.
Nice.
3, 4, 5. I'm sorry.
Yes. Wake, Langford, and Briley. Nye still on the bump for Baldwin.
Wake tripled his last time up and got an RBI. And I mean, he hit that thing on a rope between the right fielder and the center fielder. And look how far over the right fielder's cheating. Holy cow, there's 30 yards between him and the line. He He's playing almost behind the second baseman. That's about where he hit the ball last time. Oh, so maybe he's going to cheat him that way.
What do you mean hard contact right into the right center field gap right in front of our setup here. This one pulled.
Man, he smoked that one.
And it sits on top of the batting cages over there with the netting on the Tongi side.
If he were to hit one down the right field line, he could run till next Tuesday.
Lays off that one out of the zone. Ball 2, 2-2 count.
Maybe his manager want him to play that. I must. Or he'd be hollering at him.
I think right now with the 2-2 count, if you're awake, I think you just swing away. I don't think you're trying to worry too much about trying to slash it down there and then swing and a miss there. And that off-speed pitch real wonders for Nye when he puts it in the right location. Now third baseman, Talon Langford.
Talon walked and scored his last time, stole a base. He scored on that big error by the shortstop.
What could be right now just a 1-0 ball game for Baldwin with that big error. 2 gone in the inning, allowing 2 runners to come across for Tongi. Great news for us, for the home team, but for Baldwin, that's a costly error.
And since there was 2 outs, they were running on the crack of the bat, so there was no chance to get them.
Brief delay, back in the box is Langford. Nye delivers it into him, low for a ball.
Talon's ahead 2-1 here. Let's see what he can get something to hit. There goes that big breaking ball again. It did miss though. 3-1.
Next one into him, foul tipped, and I think he might have just swung at ball 4.
Yeah. He barely got a piece of that too.
Bills to count up at 3-2 with 1 gone in the bottom of the third. Nobody on for Tongi. Nye delivering again, another off speed and another one got him chasing.
He looked like Salby going after that one.
Langford makes it now back-to-back strikeouts for Nye in the bottom of the third, and I think he chased that back-to-back balls to end up catching some pine in the dugout.
Yep. That brings up Briley, who struck out his last time.
Right across the knees for strike 1. Chopper on the way over, and throw over to first is in time. Just got him by a step. And the Chieftains are 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the third, still have a 3-run lead.
Get back in the game with Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie. As a state-of-the-art outpatient physical therapy clinic, Physical Therapy Solutions will develop a plan of care to help you move, reduce pain, restore function, and prevent disability. Physical Therapy Solutions takes great pride in delivering current, quality-driven treatments. And now get occupational therapy in the office or at home on an outpatient basis. Call 913-417-7400 or visit ptsolutions.ks.com.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us Research Program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofus.org and find out how you can become 1 in a million.
Gurley back on the mound, ready for inning number 4 as this game's going along. A 3-0 lead for the Chieftains. Looking to get out of this funk that they're in right now in the season. Losers of 5 of their last 7.
Yeah.
They've played some pretty tough teams along the way, including a tough Topeka Seaman team their last time out, Fort Scott a couple weekends ago at the Adam LaRoche baseball tournament there in Fort Scott.
That was in the championship game, though.
Ended up getting in the championship game and lost to Pittsburgh. And again, a contest where they had the lead late and they just kind of lost it. That's been the theme so far. The majority of losses for Tonganoxie. That's what made the team so great last year, is that there was timely hitting, solid defense, and of course the pitching was just an excellent 1-2 punch. But outside of that, it was the little things that Tongi did so well in the field. And it's ironic when you look at it. It was in that state championship game against McPherson that they got behind early and eventually it was too great to overcome, and it was due to the defensive errors.
Yeah, those were most of the runs scored in that early lead for. Who was it we played?
McPherson,
yeah.
The Bullpups.
The Bullpups, yeah, were unearned runs, which was really uncharacteristic for the Chieftain team because they played such good defense all year.
I want to say they ended up, it was like 3 or 4 unearned runs that they had in that game. And I remember looking at the final score sheet is that if they didn't have all those unearned runs, then it would have ended up being about a tied game, or Tongi couldn't even possibly end up winning. That was the most painful thing.
Yeah, it was.
About that trip to the
boy,
state.
what a ride. That was such a fun season.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Great experience for Coach Loomis and company. He's had some teams make the trip to state, and the Chieftains always seem to do something. They always make it worth their while. And while they made the run to the championship game, that was something unprecedented in program history. But I remember when I was a senior in high school, so that would have been the spring of 2018. They came in and they knocked off the number 1 seed. I believe it was Paola.
It was Paola
at that time. Coach Loomis always has his team ready and inspired to play at that level. And they love to make another trip this time around. Tongi softball looking to do the same as well. The 2-2 pitch comes to the plate and fouled off. The count will stay the same. Davidson got on with a leadoff walk from Crowley. He's the man on at first right now. Next one from Alex, off speed, then Wake holding that.
Yeah, he tried to frame it.
Holding it just about an extra second and a half, but not getting the call. Count is juiced up 3-2. Takes a glance at Davidson at first, now comes set and delivers on the way. It's popped up into the outfield. Right fielder McCroulier calling for it and brings it in for the first out of the inning. Davidson staying put at first.
Like you said, partner, there's absolutely very little, if any, wind at all. So it was a pretty routine fly ball. That softball game we did the last time there was anything but routine.
Seamus Sawyer.
That's hit really well.
To the what a catch by Marcoulier!
He just robbed him of a home run. That's a highlight reel.
Throws it back in.
Woo, baby.
Davidson stayed at first.
And holds the runner at first. What a play. Holy cow.
Welcome to Tongi Sports Live, Zach Marcoulier.
Woo.
My goodness, what a play.
Yeah, he just robbed him.
Jumping up onto the fence,
yeah,
getting the glove up there.
Yeah, his glove was over the yellow barrier. Wow, what a catch.
And I don't know if we just picked it up on our crowd mic, but he just heard him yelling over to Brendan Brierly in center, I've never robbed somebody of a home run before.
Yeah, well, he just
now you have, young man.
Yes, you have.
What an excellent play. 2 gone in the inning. Runner still at first. That one in there. Good off-speed pitch for a strike.
Yeah, that could have been, if that was a home, if he hadn't robbed him, that would have been 3-2.
It would have been those 2 runs.
Yeah, he saved 2 runs right there.
Brierly charging in on this one. It's going to get down right in front of him for a base hit. Davidson will hold up at second base. So inning not quite done yet here in the top of the fourth inning. It's a 2-out single. Dropping down here. I gotta wheel back now. It was Sawyer that had the home run robbed. So that was Warren Muskerkin that just got on. Now this should be Gunther, correct, partner?
Correct.
Yes.
And he grounded out second base his last time up.
Half-hearted swing, fouls it back into the screen, 0-2.
Alex Crowley needs to buy his left fielder, McCoulier, a cold beverage after the game for saving that.
It's always special plays out in that that left field area. Of course, everyone remembers the big home run from Sam Clydesny, Super Sam.
Yep.
Last year in the regional championship game against Bishop Miege that propelled the Chieftains to state.
Yeah, that was so much fun.
And now it's just had that home run robbery out and left by Zach Marcoulier. A play now ever immortalized on YouTube. Got him looking for strike three.
What a huge play for the Chieftains.
Marcoulier robs 2 potential runs, keeps it a 3-run ball game.
Get back in the game with Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie.
Well, we had our first baby.
It is beautiful or handsome.
Oh, it's a boy.
We're interested in life insurance.
And we bought a bigger car.
Yeah.
Bigger car. Here is your plan. Goodbye.
When protecting your future, count on a human. Only a Farm Bureau Financial Services agent will sit down with you for a super check and together create a plan that works for you. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be.
There is no typical firefighter.
Welcome back to Tongi Sports Live. It's a 3-0 ball game. Chieftains on top of the Bulldogs. We did want to run by. We did have a substitution change. So you can see at second base for Baldwin now, number 36. There's not an official name paired with the number 36 on the roster for Baldwin. That was Warren Muskerkin that was playing and started at second to start this game off, but he is not out there right now. So
we're guessing it might be Braden Hirschman, because he doesn't have a number by his name. But we don't know, so we apologize to the Baldwin faithful if we don't have a name with a number.
Nice, still doing work on the mound right now. Another off-speed pitch in there for a strike. We're talking to people close to the Baldwin team, and they're asking them as this one is hit out and right to the right fielder for the first out. But essentially it was said that for Baldwin that their pitching was very, very thin, and they basically had one arm that was throwing some really good stuff, and then everyone else is just about your average run-of-the-mill high school pitcher. And I think maybe after watching Nye, I think I'm starting to get an idea of maybe who that potential stud is, or at least good arm is. Because
he's really pitched a good game. He's only given up one earned run.
The defense has not helped him out
not
at all this evening.
Cost him 2 big runs.
It's that big sweeping curveball right there.
And this is Rocco Gehring. He struck out looking his last time up.
Ethan Welsh on deck. Brock Gibbs in the hole. Another one out for a ball, 2-1. Too high, 3-1.
Now Rocco can look for a pitch in a spot.
Comes, sets, and delivers, and takes ball 4, coming right across the eyes. Rocco is on at first base.
That brings up Welsh, who grounded out to short his last time up.
Something that Nye has done a fairly consistent job at so far, at least from my noting, at least, is he gets in front early.
Yeah, he's
his first pitch strike percentage is
a lot of
up
first
there.
pitch strikes. So important too. I mean, even at the professional level, that's what the Royals really had an emphasis on this preseason, spring training.
Runner
Just
back
trying to
safely
get
first.
First pitch strikes.
And as for the Royals, you just look percentage-wise across the league, they are doing better at that. You know, used to be, past couple years, I know they were down there like dead last, like 30 or 29. Now, I believe they're up there around 15 or so they're kind of middle of the pack, trying to separate themselves, but we're not going to get into that conversation of why the Royals are just 5-18. How about that? This one over at third. Throw to second is in time, and not going to be in time at first. Nonetheless, 2 gone in the inning. Welsh grounds out. He'll trade place with Rocco Gary. This is Brock Gibbs up now.
He struck out his last time up.
Outside the big triple from Logan in the bottom of the first, it's really been a tame night at the plate.
Yeah, it really has.
For the Chieftains, as this one is pulled and well foul.
Bounces back into the field of play, however. Yeah, if it hadn't been with that big error, this would be a pitcher's duel.
Next one on the way to Gibbs at off speed with the catcher Dye keeping it right in front of him. Brock getting plenty of encouragement from the Tongi dugout. This one popped out into center field, and bringing it in is number 11, as that will wrap things up here. After 4 innings of action, it's still a 3-0 ball game. Chieftains have the lead.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members?
Whether you're an athlete looking to get back for another big win or you're just trying to win at life, Dr. Adam Ludwin at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy can get you back in the game. Dr. Adam has the tools and skills to have you feeling your best in no time. With chiropractic adjustment, physical therapy, cupping, taping, muscle scraping, on-site x-ray, and more. Lose the pain and win the day at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy. Now open in Tonganoxie. Book online at winchiropracticst.com or call 913-214-1020. For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Rolling along here on a beautiful evening in Tonganoxie, Kansas. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. A 3-0 ball game. Chieftains on top.
And it brings up the number 9 hitter Base, followed by the leadoff Capel, and then Dick will follow him. Base struck out his last time up, swinging.
Crowley starting his 3rd inning of work in this one. Guess you're just now joining us. Luke Kessinger started things off for the Chieftains in the 1st and 2nd innings.
Yeah, he pitched well.
Struck
out 3.
Yes, he did.
Allowed no runs.
Only 1, maybe 2 hits.
Yeah.
Even that.
Defense played well behind him, too.
No better defense than what we saw in the top of the 4th. Home run robbery with 1 on, a potential 2-run blast for Seamus Sawyer, pulled back by Zach Marcoulier out there in left field. He scaled the fencing out there and got the glove above the yellow tubing. He goes across, and we heard him. It was right as he did it, he was saying, "I've never robbed anyone before." We caught it right up on our crowd mic, crouched up here on our setup. And kind of left and right center field.
He was pretty excited. He should have been. I mean, that's a highlight reel play.
Yes, it is. That's a great play. And you got to imagine if you're Sawyer. I mean, as soon as it was off the bat, I think he knew. The folks in the stands knew. You and I knew that this one looks to be out on the way, as there's a strikeout there for Alex Crowley for the first out of the 5th inning.
Yeah, I think I think he felt like he got enough of it. He did, but he didn't get it quite enough to not be robbed.
It wasn't quite like the regional championship blast from Sam last year.
Oh no, that was a no-doubter.
But still, I mean, you talk about you're making your way down the first base line. You're thinking, we're back within 1 now. That basically that offsets the 2-run error.
Oh yeah.
From the 1st inning, and instead, just highway robbery at the wall.
Well, I mean, that completely changed the complexion of the game.
It's one of those plays where you don't see it pop up in the box score necessarily. No. You just see it recorded as a fly out to the left, but nonetheless, huge play. McGraw is going to have to get it out here pretty quick and throw over to Rocco.
Wow.
Is in time, gets it out of the dirt for out number 2.
Good play on both sides there. Nice dig by Rocco there.
Wasn't the hardest hit ball to short. McGraw did a great job charging in, getting it in his glove, getting it out in time, but also, give credit to Rocco at first.
Yeah, he did a nice job digging that. That's where the shortstop wants to buy his first baseman a cold beverage because he just saved him an error.
Back in now is Eli Dick.
Yeah, and he reached on an error by the first baseman, and the only reason that's where the coach came out, Tongi coach came out and was talking to the umpire, said Rocco was off the bag.
Yeah, Coach Loomis did not like the call there, and
no, because it was a good throw. So I mean, that's the only reason he would get the error. And I'm not the official score, by the way, but I believe that's the way it'll go down.
Another nasty off-speed pitch gets him swinging and missing for strike 2. And a 2-2 count, 2 gone in the 5th inning. A 3-0 lead for the Chieftains. Next one on the way. Solid contact, and that's going to get down in center for a 2-out single.
That's just a solid single right there.
Barreled up that one and gets it out in the center, extends this inning a little bit more. Back in now, it should be Die.
It is. And he struck out looking his last time up. And he was hit by a pitch his first time up.
First pitch taken high upstairs for ball 1.
If you're Alex, you need to bear down here. You don't want that time run to get on.
Takes a look over at the runner at first. Now comes set delivers to the plate and in there for a strike.
Got him set up at 1-2. See if he'll throw that curveball in there this time.
Foul tip out of play. Another off-speed throw to second and not in time.
Yeah, nice back up there by the second baseman.
Brock Gibbs, right man at the right place.
Yeah.
A stolen base will be given here to Eli Dick. And now a hit could potentially bring him around to score. Crowley trying to buckle down and put this inning to an end. Another one foul tip. The count stays at 2-2. This is a chance now. If you're the Bulldogs, you absolutely have to find a way to get that runner home. Down 3 runs and already with 2 gone in the top of the 5th inning. Time starting to run out on you. And the next pitch put in play to McGraw. Crow hops, throw over.
Wow.
And
Rocco dug that. Wow, what a play by Rocco.
Another beautiful play from Rocco Gehring. McGraw to Gehring. Baldwin dugout couldn't believe it, thought maybe their man beat it out, but that brings things to a close, and another runner left on by the Bulldogs in a game they trail 3-0.
From its native roots to the bustling community it is today, Tonganoxie's past is as unique as its future. With small town charm and big city amenities, Tonganoxie is the ideal place to grow a business and grow a family. Just 20 minutes from both Lawrence and Kansas City, Tonganoxie is perfectly positioned. Take an afternoon and come explore Tonganoxie. To learn more, go to tonganoxie.org.
Wizard of Paws, now at their newly renovated location in downtown Tonganoxie, offers personalized pet grooming, doggy daycare, dog obedience, and socialization classes. At Wizard of Paws, your pet will get a one-on-one grooming experience, ensuring they return to you quickly and looking fabulous. And their new facility offers amenities and space that is doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws at 913-416-0255 or visit their new location at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawspet.com.
Chieftains still lead 3-0. Another runner left stranded at second base for Baldwin in the top of the 5th inning, as they will be now down to their last 6 outs.
Yep.
Try to make something happen in this game. Nye still out there. He's been pitching, like we said. Really, it's been a quality start. Only one earned run coming across.
Yep. Yeah, he's pitched well enough to win. But we got to take our hats off to the sterling defense played by the Chieftains so far tonight. We've seen 3 or 4 really good plays.
Yeah, hey, look, we talked about coming into this one that the defense, it's been a little bit of a problem. I think they I don't know if maybe they heard us or maybe finally Coach Loomis is saying, guys, we got to try to tighten up on this a little bit here. Buckle down and play some better defense because it has been showing. Rocco Gehring has had a handful of great scoops and digs out at first base, including the close things out in the top of the 5th inning. And, of course, we've already talked about the home run brought back into the yard by Zach Marcoulier out in left field. Trevor McGraw has had some nice plays at short. And, I mean, outside of that, it's been mostly at the plate. A lot of strikeouts. 3 from Kessinger, and Crowley now he's got to have at least, maybe 3 or 4 at least?
He's got actually he has 1, 2, 3, 4. You're right, 4. And McCoulier, he singled his last time up. Struck out this time.
So things not quite going his way at the plate.
He did single his last time up, though. And bring up McGraw. He grounded out to short in the bottom of the 2nd, and he walked and scored in the 1st inning. The only earned run.
Off that triple, stung into the gap by Logan Wake, the catcher.
Yeah.
Well, the defense has really
Ball
fixed
struck
itself
well. Right at
right
him.
on a rope to the left fielder. Eli Dick bringing it in for out number 2. And the Tongi defense seems to be taking a step in the right direction in this game. The offense still, though, a little bit kind of stagnant right now. They hit all 3 runs in the bottom of the first inning, and outside of that, it hasn't been a whole lot of fireworks and even a whole lot of men getting on.
Yeah.
Again, give credit to Nye. He's pitching, again, a good game, but
Yeah, since the first inning, they've only had 3 runners stranded. And only one of the 3 runs is earned. The rest of the other 2 are unearned. It'd be nice to see the bats come awake here.
another one goes foul. The upcoming schedule is later on this Thursday. The Chieftains will be playing away at Hayes, and then next Tuesday a home matchup against Ottawa, and then Atchison and St. James Academy, all 3 coming in at home. And then the original game that was supposed to start the season against Eudora, that game rescheduled for Wednesday, May 10th.
Wow.
Here at Tongi. So they got the road trip to Hayes, and outside of that, the last 4 are all going to be here at home.
That'd be helpful for the Chieftains there. Oh, that trip to Hayes, that's a good jaunt down the road.
Another off-speed, checks his swing, holds back.
No, I thought he had him struck out.
Count now up to 3-2. And the pitch on the way is outside, ball 4. And the man is on for Tonganoxie.
Got to bring up Langford, who struck out his last time and walked, stole a base, and scored in the first. Officially 0 for 2. That ball stung really well. That's over his head.
That is over his head. Into the gap. Runners coming on for Tongi. One's going to come around to score. It's an RBI double for Talon Langford. A round of applause to the dugout.
Yeah, that's with 2 outs too. That's huge. That ball was scalded.
And that walk from Nye, absolutely.
Oh, those base on balls.
Devastating right there. And with 2 outs nonetheless, Wake got on, and Langford brings him home from first to home. Goes Logan Wake, Talon Langford a stand-up, 2 out, 1-run double.
I thought that ball was going to be trouble when it come off the bat.
We're going to keep the line moving now. Brendan Briley looks at that off-speed pitch for a first called strike.
He grounded out to short his last time up. So he's due.
Gets this one. Diving play by Capel to say he did not catch it. Now Langford caught down in a pickle here.
Oh, that's interference.
It is interference, and he is going to go to third. Umpire right there to call it.
Yep.
Kind of gave Langford the hip check, so he gets the advance up to third. Runner will stay at first. And in an inning for Baldwin that could have been gone and done 2 batters ago, now all of a sudden a run has come across, extending the lead to 4 for Tonga. And now runners at the corner, still 2 outs. But another RBI chance here for the next batter, and it looks like we might have a potential pitching change here. Head coach Jay King for the Bulldogs coming out, checking on Nye, the pitcher, and also Capel, a shortstop. He tried to make that diving play at short to end the inning. They say it caught enough of the dirt kept the inning rolling.
Well, you know, he made a really good play on that because he had to dive in the hole to knock it down, and then he had Langford dead to right, and had him in a rundown, and ended up getting the interference call.
And so this would be the spot of Cody Kessinger, but instead now Alex Crowley first taking his spot on the mound, now taking his spot in the box at home plate. He looks at a first pitch in for a called strike. Runner slowly going up to second. Now runner coming home and perfectly executed by Tongi. As you saw Brendan Briley, as he was making his way to second, kind of slowly, didn't look like he was fully committing to the steal. Then as soon as the catcher threw it, the runner from third streaked down the line, making a 5-0 lead.
Yep.
A little bit of mind games here now on Dye.
I'm really not sure why the catcher threw that down because, ended up cost him another run.
Well, it's one of those things you got to know situational baseball.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to know how many outs there are, the runner at third, and definitely ill-advised. Let the runner have second.
Yeah.
And show trust in your pitcher and your defense to get the third out.
You already have 2 outs.
Yeah.
And now you allow another runner in scoring position and then a run to score. That left Nye in the game. He's still on the bump.
Yeah, it's been mentioned in this broadcast, the Bulldogs very thin at the pitcher spot. They, more often than not, will just go with the starting pitcher and let him go the entirety of the game. This one over to third. Crowley thrown out at first base. Chieftains add 2 more runs to their lead as they sit up top 5-0 over the Bulldogs after 5 innings of work.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
It must be a pitch count thing.
Yeah, so we talked about, now back in on Tongi Sports Live, we talked about the change, Alex Crowley taking the spot of Cody Kessinger. And now, obviously, now the pitching change coming in as Trevor McGraw will head from short now on to pitch. So we got Langford and Gibbs out there, and Crowley will go over to third. A little bit of shuffling in the infield for Tongi, and like we talked about, that maybe pitch counts might be up there, or maybe this is something that
I don't know,
for down the road, that Lewis is just trying to keep a limit or cap on
the number of pitches.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure.
I know he has his reasons, and I'm sure they're good ones.
Mm-hmm. He's an intelligent baseball coach. He
is. He knows his game.
Coached his way to over 100 career wins here at Tongi High.
You won't meet a nicer guy.
No. And always, he loves the sport.
Yeah, he does.
Too.
You can tell.
Really, absolutely loves it. Anytime we catch up with him, I mean, baseball is always on his mind or not too far off from it. Always looking forward to the next season.
Well, and he always does a great job with the girls' basketball too. But he's just he's got a really young team and a lot of growing pains. But he'll get in the next couple of years, he'll get them whipped into shape.
Okay, so now hold on. We have another stoppage here. You saw Loomis and the Baldwin coach kind of talking with one another. So something wasn't right, and now it's going to be Talon Langford to step on the bump. Presumably McGraw goes back to short. Crowley stays at third. Now Langford.
It's got to be a pitch count thing. And these opposing coaches have, they keep track of that.
Yeah, because you saw that King and Loomis both were talking to each other, and you saw the umpire even kind of tap on his arm as to signal, like, you are not eligible or you have met your
limit.
Like, you have not rested enough days.
All right.
So that now puts Talon into the spot here right now. So he gets his warm-up pitches in. Let's take some time away, give some love to our sponsors. It's Tonganoxie Sports Eye, presented by Kansas Insurance.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more.
All right, so back live. Talon Langford now on the bump for Tonganoxie. Davidson, first pitch swinging into the gap over the head of Brendan Briley in center, and he will chug his way on up to second. It's a leadoff double for the Bulldogs in the top of the sixth inning, where they're down to their last 6 outs, and they just gave up 2 more to Tongi in the bottom half of the fifth, making it a 5-0 lead for them. That's a step in the right direction for Davidson and co.
Well, he gave that ball a ride.
So first pitch that Baldwin has seen from Langford was swung on for a double. This one up and out of play, a foul ball into the stands. Look out, people in the lawn chairs. Again, there was a little bit kind of bizarre. We started this game with Luke Kessinger. He went 2 innings, and Alex Crowley took over after that. He took care of the next 3.
Yep.
And then it was Trevor McGraw that was sent out. And right when Davidson was stepping into the box, he's going to try to advance up to third.
He got him.
And he did. And King does not like the call there, letting the umpire know it. He jogs his way back over to position behind first base, but a big throw out to third and a leadoff double is spoiled.
Yeah, caught stealing. Really a good throw by Logan Wake there. He got that ball down to third in a hurry.
There's the reason when you're one of the best catchers in the state.
Yep.
It's usually like that for a reason. All Frontier League last season.
It's a good one.
I believe it was your second team All-State or first team. It could have been first team All-State. I can't quite remember off the top of my head, but he had some high honors only as a junior.
Mm-hmm.
The 3-1 from Langford. Swung on.
That ball should be caught.
Briley brings it in for out number 2. The leadoff double was sent over his head. This time gets enough background behind him to chase down that ball.
That'll bring up Sawyer, who flied out to left his first time up. Grounded out to short in the second.
Yeah, that's that flashback moment. If we had the replay, we'd take you back. The home run, a potential home run from Seamus Sawyer brought back by Marcoulier out in left field.
You know, the thing that we didn't say about that play by Marcoulier is how far he had to run to get it.
Well,
there's another one.
Tracking. He
did it again!
Oh, my goodness, what a night!
Did he get it, or did it go over?
Oh, it went over.
Oh, it went over?
It went over the fence.
He's hurt.
It's a home run.
He's upset that he didn't catch that one.
Oh, my goodness, almost back-to-back stellar plays in left. He is a slow time to get up. Run has come across the score for Baldwin.
How big is that caught stealing at third? Instead of a 2-run homer, that's just a solo.
And he is taking his time. I'm not sure how much of it is he is.
Well, I think it might have hurt his elbow because he went a little bit further over the fence that time.
And also just a frustration with it, too. Coach Loomis and Mark Padfield, an athletic trainer for Tonganoxie High School Athletics, out to take a look at him. I think he might just be a little bit more upset that he let that ball get away because it was in his glove. He kind of ricocheted off the fencing a little bit, and I think that was enough to jar it loose and over the fence. He brought one back earlier, damn near almost brought back
the second
another one.
I just said right before that hit is how far he had to run that last one down, and he did the same thing this time.
Yeah, you talk about.
He definitely got leather on it. I'm not sure where it hit his glove. It didn't go in the pocket, I can tell you that. Must have been off the tip of his glove.
If you're Seamus Sawyer again, I mean, I think you hit it, you see it going out there, and you're thinking, not again.
Yeah.
You get robbed once in a game, that's bad enough. If you have it 2 times and back-to-back at-bats nonetheless, no way. Like, the baseball gods cannot smite me this much.
Yeah.
And almost. So the one run does come across for Baldwin via the solo home run from Sawyer. But like you had mentioned, how crucial was that throw to third to throw Davidson out off the ball that, quite frankly, I was surprised they even gave Davidson the green light to come to third because that ball, I mean, it didn't go to the backstop. I mean, it was still within reaching distance of Logan Wake. And unless if he just went on his own or if the head coach gave him the green light or not, I don't
know. He probably went on his own there, but I'm telling you what, Logan recovered quickly, and he threw a dart down there to third.
I think you just got to be more aware in that situation of who the catcher is behind the dish and what he's capable of. Cause
I mean, it really wasn't even close.
Next one on the way from Talon is low and laid off. Count is full, 3-2.
We got 2 outs here. We need to bear down here because Baldwin's down to their last 4 outs.
Outside for ball 4, a 2-out walk. That'll bring up Gunther.
He grounded out to second base his first time up and struck out swinging his last time up in the 4th inning.
First pitch swinging. Rocco calling for it and brings it in right in front of the Baldwin dugout. So 1 pitch is all it took to retire Gunther for the 3rd out. The solo shot into left field almost brought back by Marcoulier again. But Sawyer gets the Bulldogs ever so closer. It's a 5-run game after 5.5.
Get back in the game with Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie. As a state-of-the-art outpatient physical therapy clinic, Physical Therapy Solutions will develop a plan of care to help you move, reduce pain, restore function, and prevent disability. Physical Therapy Solutions takes great pride in delivering current, quality-driven treatments. And now get occupational therapy in the office or at home on an outpatient basis. Call 913-417-7400 or visit ptsolutionsks.com.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
That would be Seamus Sawyer. One that just hit the home run.
Well, we've been talking a lot about Seamus Sawyer through tonight. First having his home run robbed, and now he finally getting it over the fence. Now he takes over for Nye on the bump. So not a terrible night for Nye. He went most of the way, only allowing one earned run. Chieftains finally got to him in the bottom of the fifth inning, adding 2 more earned. But still, not a bad night. He moves out into the infield. I believe he'll take over at second. Or at short, excuse me.
I think he is second. No, he's short.
It'll be the bottom half of the order due up for Tongi, Gehring, Welsh, and Gibbs.
Rocco reached on a fielder's choice the last time up, but was stranded at first base.
Tonganoxie will be taking a 4-run lead into the final inning of action in the top of the 7th. They'll look to buckle down, get the final 3 outs, and try to snap out of this little bit of a losing skid that they're on right now. 5 of the last 7.
Big swing.
Our next broadcast live on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We are wrapped up our baseball broadcast, and we have our last regular season softball broadcast. It's going to be in a couple weeks on Monday, May 8th here at the Leavenworth County Fairgrounds. And I believe it's the last regular season home game for the softball team, as well as they will host the Jeff West Tigers.
Yeah, we will
for a doubleheader.
We will, however, have the baseball and softball regional games.
Yes, so wherever, definitely if they're here in Tongi, we will be there. Even if they're on the road, we plan on being there. We will have the time in our day, and Rocco smacks this one over to third. It goes off his glove and into foul play. But
he's going to go to second.
And
he's safe.
He is in there safely.
I believe that was an E5. Sorry, Rocco, I can't give you a hit on that. But again, I'm not the official scorekeeper here.
So not even a single in an error. You gotta give him the full error.
He went to second on an error.
Pinch runner coming in. It's number 30, Jacob Morenz. Right fielder Ethan Welsh digging into the box. Shows bunt and gets it down.
He's going to get a hit too.
Perfectly executed, and now
and they throw it away. And
Morenz will come around to score in place of Rocco Gehring,
so
who got on via the error.
Yeah, how big was that play by Rocco there, taking second base on the error? It was pretty big. Now he ends up scoring.
Back-to-back errors for the Bulldogs give the Chieftains another run. Now it's a 5-run lead, 6-1. Bottom of the order, Brock Gibbs. Another bunt. Right up the, and I just
nobody covering.
He was a little confused there, and that was actually Ben Plake in their pinch hitting for Brock Gibbs.
Brock Gibbs.
He will presumably take over at second base in the top of the 7th. We head down to the top of the order, Zach Marcoulier, who is okay after kind of a little bit slow getting up after nearly robbing a second home run of the game. Bunts it up the first baseline. Tag was applied. Throw gets away from the second baseman. Blake will move up to third as he slides in belly first safely. A lot of small ball, a lot of action going on here. The bottom of the 6th, we do have one out. Runner up
the
at
sacrifice
third.
Bunt.
Yes. Marcoulier was tagged by Davidson. That bunt went right up the first base line, so he was out there. Blake, the pinch runner, the pinch hitter, that was brought in for Brock Gibbs, the 9-hole hitter, moves up to third. And now is Trevor McGraw.
Trevor lined out to the left fielder the last time. That's going to fall. Oh, nice play by the second baseman.
Throw coming home, and he tripped on his way, but it gets away from the catcher.
Wow.
It's not going to matter. How fortunate there for Ben Blake.
Yeah.
And another misstep for Baldwin. They got the second out, but another run comes across. A 7-1 game. Excuse me, 8-1.
I was going to say, I think it's 8-1.
It was 8-1. That's my bad. Five of the 8 coming in the last 2 innings. Another opportunity for Logan Wake with 2 gone. Pitch in there for a strike, evens the count at 1 apiece.
Tacked on some pretty nice insurance runs here.
Ripped hard over to short. And Nye throws it over to Davidson in time, brings it into the bottom of the 6th inning. Chieftains 3 outs away from collecting the victory here at home against the Frontier League foe Baldwin Bulldogs here on Tongi Sports Live.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission understands that the benefits of recreation are endless. Participating in community recreation is not only fun, but also healthy and educational. The Tonganoxie Rec Commission encourages all ages and abilities to participate in recreational activities. That's why they're continually working to develop programs for all the residents of Tonganoxie. To see the latest sports and program offerings and to get signed up, visit them at tongirec.org or call 913-845-3502. For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Final inning of action here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, top of the 7th. Chieftains in firm control of this one, 8-1. They have the lead. Sorry about that, folks. Hit the wrong button. Still Talon Langford out there. We'll have Bass, Capel, and Dick, the 3 up for Baldwin. Their 1 run coming in the top of the 6th inning. A solo shot from Seamus Sawyer out over the left field wall.
And off the glove of Marcoulier.
Yes.
Again.
Yeah. You know, I think when you're coming into a game, though, and if someone tells you ahead of time, hey, you're going to be 1 for 2 on home run robberies, I think you just say, okay,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Bass has struck out twice, so he's 0-2. 0 for 2 with two Ks.
Langford, the 3rd pitcher officially in the game tonight for Tonga, and he gets a swing and a miss there. It looks like it might have grazed off the bat, but a caught 3rd strike. from Logan Wake, and
yeah, you
one
don't
gone.
You can't really catch those. It just goes in the middle. It doesn't. But another K. Now the Bulldogs are down to their last 2 outs. Capel's in there now, and he grounded out to short his last time up. Shortstops have had a busy night.
Mm-hmm. Duo count. Bounces on there, 2-1. Chieftains looking to hand the Bulldogs their 7th straight loss. Been a rough stretch for the Bulldogs so far. Won the first 5 games of the year and have lost their last 6. And one out away from losing their 7th straight.
See if Lankford can strike out the side here. Got Dick coming up. He singled and stole a base last time, but he was stranded at second.
Takes a first pitch ball upstairs. Still a hitter's count at 2-1, 2 gone in the top of the 7th inning. Eli Dick trying to keep the hope alive for the Bulldogs. He's their last hope as he grounds it over to McGraw. Going to be a close play, and he did get him. Rocco Gehring hands up in disbelief. Another nice throw from Trevor McGraw. And the Tonganoxie Chieftains claim this game tonight by a score of 8-1. And pick up a Frontier League victory as they defeat Baldwin.
Yeah, it's really a nice night for baseball and a nice night for the Tonganoxie Chieftains.
All around, it was their offense finally got clicking there in the 5th and 6th innings. They scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 1st, 2 in the bottom of the 5th, and 3 more in the bottom of the 6th. The lone run for Baldwin coming via the solo blast from Sawyer. I will leave you with the task of assigning our player of the game here, partner.
Well, you don't see too many home runs robbed in high school baseball, so I'm going to go with Mr. McCoulier because, and this is his first game too, so.
At least that we've seen him play.
Yeah.
Yeah, not easy to bring one back over the fence. It was an all-around, just well-rounded team effort for the Chieftains tonight. On the mound, there was...
Yeah. Well, Kessinger did a really nice job for 2 innings. Didn't allow any runs and struck out 3. And then we had Crowley come in, do a really nice job. And then he was relieved by Lankford, who ended up closing it out, striking out the side for the Chieftains.
A 3-arm effort, only 1 run allowed. Got pretty close to about 10 strikeouts, I think, between the 3 of them.
Yeah.
Pretty close, but just a great win and a much-needed win for Tonganoxie.
On a beautiful night for baseball.
Well, it was a beautiful night. Sun setting is a little bit chillier now, but still.
It's still 61, according to my calculations.
Yeah, still, it was a beautiful night for some baseball. And we thank you all for joining us tonight here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Next broadcast will be Monday, May 8th, our final softball game of the year, a doubleheader starting at 4:30 as the Lady Chieftains will host the Lady Tigers from Jeff West. And of course, we will planning on for regional action, whether it be here at Tongi or somewhere else. As long as the day is lined up, we'll be open for doing regional action for baseball and softball. We will do both. We're open to it. So we'll cross our fingers on that. Hope both teams close out the seasons on a strong note, and if we can have both of them here at Tongi, I mean, that would be huge for both the Tongi teams, and hopes to maybe make a run to Salina. And who knows, maybe hopefully we'll get to go with them if they do. That would
that
be
was
fantastic.
so much fun last year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, what a run.
Yeah, hopefully that we're put in a position that we can do that again for you folks. Again, we thank you for joining us tonight. Our baseball coverage and the regular season has concluded. One more to go here. Monday, May 8th is when we will see you all next year on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
You've been watching Tonganoxie High School Athletics on your new home for the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Learn more at kansasins.com. Also by and be sure to catch every second of the action right here on your home for the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live.